And so basically by the end of it, they stay together. But here's the thing that really gets me, okay? This is what gets under my skin. By the end of this season, like, Jackie's wanting Kelso to marry her. She's saying, if you're going to choose me, kind of thing. But he panics and he leaves. Now this is one of the things, this is when I'm going to get really mad here. Because it's like, that's like the ending point. Donna doesn't get back with Eric. And Kelso leaves for California. This whole thing is just crazy. I mean, the writers here, I know who you are. I know your names, and I'm like scratching my head. Okay, this is a little weird. Now, let's talk about this. The good thing about that change was they were able to get out of Point Place in the basement and all that kind of stuff. That's fine. I never asked you to keep the gang in the basement 24/7 every single episode, not missing one beat of the episode. I never asked you for that. You could have had it outside. You could have had it in LA. You could have had it in Hollywood. You could have them travel around and then have 2 episodes in that basement. You didn't have to do that. You had creativity coming out the yin-yang, and this is what you ended up. Kelso is not matured. It was really a joke.
I mean it. I've matured.
He goes off to California to be with another girl. It's just stupid. And then, of course, what Jackie does, she gets with Hyde, which is back and forth already. I mean, it's like, okay, well, there is technically no other guy she'd be with. I mean, she's not going to get with Eric, obviously. So there's no other guy she's going to be with, so why not put him with Hyde? And it's just this roller coaster ride that is just a vomiting ride.
Oh, this show is crap.
The writers, you have no idea what to do here. It's just stupid. Let's talk about season 5, my most hated season. Actually, no, that's not my most hated season. Season 6 and then season 7 is my worst. Season 5. What ends up happening? Diddly squat. Okay, it's just really stupid what happens. And then Kelso's trying to win the heart of Jackie, and then Hyde's, thrown in there. Well, are you going to choose me or are you going to choose him, kind of thing. You ever wonder why people who write for TV write all these things but nothing really happens? It's like you have to wait 3 episodes for something to really actually occur. Repetitive to the point where you're sick of even watching the TV show. I want to explain something here. This happens all the time. It's like maturity, and then no, we're just kidding. And then maturity, and then no, we're just kidding. Character growth. Let me talk to you about something here. I was just sick to see what they decided that Kelso would leave. I mean, they should get married. I think that Kelso and Jackie should have gotten married because they were perfect for one another. I thought we settled that. We found that out. We find out there was no way they were ever going to be alone and apart from one another.
And then, after we did that, and I still wanted to talk to you, I knew that I never wanted to be without you.
And it's like they grow, but it's like, no, we want to make it still funny. You're stupid. David, I don't know what you were thinking. You were thinking, oh, well, as long as it's a good laugh. Okay, and then basically in the 5th season, the only thing good that's happening is Donna and Foreman get back together. He does the whole ring thing again, and they figure out they want to get married. Well, guess what happens, guys? They don't. Because I'm spoiling you right now. The end of this, they don't get married. You want to know what happens in this season, season 6? It's the most stupid, retarded thing that could ever happen. Well, you'll be glad to know that Eric and Donna are still together making wedding plans. Hyde and Jackie, she came back, she made her choice, but was it any big thing? No. I mean, she finally gets back with Hyde anyways, and like Kelso, he's got his own problems. Enough about joining the police force. He's got to worry about this girl that he knocked up. Now let me explain something for him. He goes through all these things. He goes through a lot of crap. And basically he finds out, oh, I really blew it this time. No, I really blew it. I got this girl knocked up. I'm going to have to, like, what am I going to do, you know? And he matures by choosing to be with the girl. And he does everything he can to help out. He does everything he can to do what he needs to do. Okay? Kelso improves on so many things. Finally, at the end, he decides he wants to be, you know, stay with her, and he finds out that she's going to be moving, which is a conflict. But let me tell you, it left on a good note. What happens in season 7? Shit happens, okay? Let me just tell you. This is retarded. We don't even see his so-called girl that he knocked up. We don't even see her at all. She's like out of the picture completely. It's like he's back to his old self. And you know what gets me? He's actually worse at his burns. Yes. Kelso is annoying. He is so annoying in season 7. I just want him to get shot and die. I mean, he is so stupid. Ashton didn't even do anything. He came in one day probably and he was like, well, I'm just going to do what I normally do. That's not acting, Ashton. That's doing nothing. You suck in that season. I'm just letting you know. Because I don't think I would want to see you in another season. You're that bad of an actor in that. That's why you went to movies, right? Because movies are way better. And I agree. They are way better. Why would you want to be here? Yes, you love your team. Yes, you love everyone in it. But you frankly suck in season 7. You do nothing good. You're the worst there is, okay? Wilmer, great actor, great style that he brings to the table and everything like that. From season 2 to season 4, he does very well at what he does. What's the big deal if he's a virgin or not, okay? There is no big deal. The fact is, like, they make that such a big deal. Ooh, now he's a man? Frickin' rights, he's no man. Now, let me tell you one of the most painfully watched episodes. I want to bring to the table another character you may know. Lori Foreman. Everyone knows of her as that. I'm not going to say it on this video, but they think of her as that. Okay? I think they didn't have to go that way, but they did.
Well, I'll see ya. Where do you think you're going? To night church?
Now, the most creative thing that Dave did as a director and talking to his writers was actually give her some dimension. They actually, okay, the episode with the baby, they gave her some dimension.
Do you think it would still do this if I stopped feeding it? Oh, Lori, let me do that.
They gave her something to hold on to. They gave her some practice. And then she finds out, I want to be a hair stylist. I want to go to beauty school. Now, Kitty is such a good push in this. She pushes her so much to do this. She pushes her, keep going, you know. You're not going to give up. And she doesn't give up. She goes to beauty school. They gave her some dimension, okay? Now, by season 5, I'm still not satisfied with what they kind of did. They made her a little bit too good. Now, there's a line here. They kind of went over it. They made her the big sister. I didn't mind it. She gets herself in the same trouble again. She sleeps with Fez. Okay? She sleeps with him. And then what happens in the next episode? They decide to get married. Season 6 is nothing but bullcrap. This is so stupid. I mean, Fez and Lori, they don't even have the same Lori. They frickin' have a new actress, and she's terrible at what she does. She is terrible at acting. Okay, the casting coaches, the people, the director, the people that see if the actors can stay for a certain amount of time, you guys suck. I mean, you couldn't even make Big Rhonda stay to see Fez off or something like that. You had to hire some lady that had hands. It was so stupidly cheesy. You couldn't even bring Rhonda back. I mean, what was it? She was offended or what? I mean, you guys suck, frankly. And I want to talk about... Now I want to talk about the most painfully watched episode. When Fez and this new actress, Lori, talk. Okay, in this episode, Lori has come back from wherever she's been. And Fez wants to talk with her or do it with her, this actress. She has no talent at all. She doesn't even play the same character. Hello, you slept with him already and you won't now? Why? She forgot her entire character journey. Oh, I think I'm going to find out what Pedro's doing. Oh my gosh, I want to tear my eyes out when I heard that. It's just like, you suck. You're the worst actress we could ever bring on the set. You're worse than the stupid extras on the show. That's how bad you are. Now I want to talk a little bit about Fez. He gets so annoying. I just want to shoot him or strangle him. Yes, Wilmore, I don't know what you were thinking, but when the director handed you the script, or whoever, you should have been thinking a little bit more. Not high or doped up. Because frankly, you suck. Stephen Hyde. Yeah, like dude, you basically bring nothing to the table at all. By season 7, like, you kind of change, actually. You kind of, like, do nothing for this whole point, but since you're so comfortable on this show, yes, you've been doing it for how long? 8 years? Since you're so comfortable on this show, you actually change, okay? You don't stay the true. You change. And we're very surprised by this. You actually become a little bit softer in your heart. Big frickin' whoop. You have no dimension at all. You might as well just be a side character. The only dimension you have is in your fro. I mean, you're so stupid. Donna, I mean, you're freaking, like, annoying as heck. The only character I don't find annoying is Jackie. She actually gets annoying by the 7th season, if you want to know. Like, the one person I actually like, Jackie, yeah, she gets annoying. Because it's like they give her nothing to read. And she's your best talent out there. Topher Grace. If it wasn't for Topher, this show would die. Yes. Wait, if it wasn't for Topher, there would be no That 70s Show. And you know what, Topher, you could even use some acting. Kurtwood Smith, Don Stark, Deborah, Joe. I don't know what to say anymore. I am so fed up with your garbage that you bring to the table. This show not only had potential, but it had a lot of hope. You destroyed that. Okay?
Well, I hope you're all happy. Because you ruined my dad's barbecue.
You made little comedy here and there. And you actually were good at it. But then you fell into the trap of every other TV show. Well, let's just laugh at sex. Sex is pretty funny. You make this show for perverts. This show is not for anyone anymore. You make it for perverts. This is so sick by the end of it. I mean, I want to puke. That's how bad it is. I mean, this show is garbage. You made something that was hopeful and true and something that was actually enjoyable to watch. And actually, I would watch it and buy the seasons. And then you turned it into nothing but shit. That's what you did. I'm sorry, but you suck. And I'm sorry for what you were thinking of making this. You make this frickin' hell to watch. I don't even know what the writers were thinking. But you know what, writers? Swallow a pen and get a permanent marker and write dork on your forehead. Wait a minute. Can you write dork on your forehead? Are you that smart? I mean, you suck. I could work with better material in my shoe than this. No imagination. You have no imagination. You basically just show up and say, well, maybe he'll do this, maybe he'll do that. So, hate me if you want to, but it's the frickin' truth. This show is garbage. David Traynor, you had a good thing. The actors would have acted willingly for anything, okay? They would have acted willingly for whatever you wrote down on paper. And you had to make them all perverts. I still believe it has potential.